Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to your Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past Randomizer Daily Race. I'm one of the commentators, Yodonashi, joined with Antisim.
Hello,
Uh,
hello.
Should be a real fun seat today. Enemizer is a great mode, in my opinion. I love it.
Yeah, Enemizer, especially with how you could get a boss really anywhere. We are doing tournament settings, so that means that we won't have any boss more than twice, and each boss will appear at least once.
All right. So right away we've got Dataplet being the one person that goes to Link's house versus the rest all going to Sanctuary. Picking up a heart container in there.
We got all regular crystals in the light world here.
Dataplet's headed up directly into the secret passage. We've got a very nice lineup of racers today as well. All very skilled racers. We should see some good gameplay today.
We got a very interesting enemies out here on the light world.
Absolutely.
Tier 1 pulls bombs, though, which is really nice.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a very good one. That'll really help with the Kakariko Village checks.
And something interesting in Randomizer that I always love to do is you can grab a fish and you get a bunch of money and a bunch of stuff from the bottle vendor.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Dataplet
like
picking up that Moon Pearl in the secret passage.
8 bombs, full magic. Love doing that fish play.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, Fear Agent's looking like he's going to go over and do his forest checks. Piece of heart in the mushroom spot. Not too worried about that right now. And then just 50 rupees of the Thieves' Hideout.
Yeah, it's nothing much in the Thieves' House. Or the Blind's chest. Sword, though. I spoke too soon. Sword in the back of the Thieves' Hut.
Absolutely. Now, Dataplet's going to be heading down towards Kakariko Village, but has yet to get any bombs, so they didn't actually pull from the tree because they haven't been up there yet. But we'll see if it plays out for them. Fear Agent unfortunately did not have any balance, so could not go up and get the sword out of Blind's hut. They're going to have to come back later.
Yeah, and it's unfortunately not a place you can skip this.
And that's always an unfortunate check to have to skip, especially in Kakariko Village. All those checks that require bombs, it's just going to be eating at you later on as the sea goes on. It's just going to bug you more and more. However, Fear Agent does pick up a bottle and book out of Kakariko Well.
And a bunch of money in the hen hut.
Dataplet in the same situation as Fear Agent. No bombs, so can't get that sword, unfortunately.
We'll see what Sick Kid has here. Nothing.
Dataplet going ahead and buying some bombs in the village. That's a play that most runners will usually do at that point, knowing that they've missed a bunch of checks. Rather than have it eat away at them, they'll go ahead, spend the rupees that they have them on the bombs, and then finish off their checks. Ben Creighton is rating with a party of 50. Thank you so much, Ben.
Fire Rod on the race game.
Oh, very nice. That's definitely going to be a game that they're going to want to do then.
We're a glove away from access to desert.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Of course, if desert is not boot locked, of course.
That's true. Plus, we don't know if the boss that's going to be in desert is going to be killable with what we have.
Also very accurate. That's the wonderful thing about Enemizer. It can end up being your try next. And oh shoot, gotta come back with Ice Rod.
Yep.
Fear Agent also go ahead and bought the bombs to go and get their final checks in Kakariko Village. Smart decision at the end of the day rather than coming back later with bombs. Don't want that eating away at you. Now Dataplet's going to go ahead and go pick up their sword. Of course, they don't know that it's a sword, but I'm sure that when they see it, they will be absolutely relieved knowing that they got the sword.
Mm-hmm. There's a power glove in the dam.
So far, looking like a fairly nice seed early on. Now, that said, I don't know if it's the same for you, but in my experience, seeds that like to give you a lot of stuff early on tend to really bite you later.
Yep, that is absolutely true. I was tracking for a league seed yesterday, and it turned out that the final medallion that they needed was on the pedestal.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So it was a ped seed, too.
Yep.
Ouch.
And they got really nice things really early on. Like they had all 4 swords, all 4 males, or all 3 males, everything early on. That's one item at the very end.
Fear Agent's been hovering in his pause menu for a little while here. I don't know what's going on there, if they're having some technical issues, if they had to step away. Have not heard anything from the IRC chat client even. So we will see how things go with them.
Nice when Moldorm came, just those tentacle guys. I don't know their name.
I don't either, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
And Plasma's Kappa taking that book and going to the desert area.
Popos.
Popos,
Chat did tell us it's Popos. Dataplet picking up their fire rod, and then gonna save and quit. Most likely headed towards Sanctuary, because they did start at Link's house. Oh no, start at Link's house. We'll see what they're doing. Oh, going down to do their South Shore checks now. I suppose that is faster to go that route than walking all the way down. So this is the part where we've seen runners diverge. We've got Plasma Kappa off doing a desert. Meanwhile, you've got Raylan up doing the Ice Rod Cave. And we'll see where Dataplate goes. They're doing their South Shore checks right now, having gone into the dam.
And desert is boots locked. We got the map in the first chest.
Fortunate.
So then that book was just a troll, really.
It just got your hopes up.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Raylan is heading down to do backside of Escape Sewers. Ooh, some mimics in the overworld of dam area. That's unfortunate. They'll do a lot of damage this early in the game. Oh, Fear Agent is back.
Boots in sewers.
Ah, very nice. That is a very good grab very early on. It adds a lot of mobility. It, as we know as commentators, makes it to where they can actually go and check out Desert, see what they get there.
Correct. So maybe that book wasn't that trolly after all.
Fear Agent picking up his sword in the back of Blind's hut. Gonna have to do a lot of makeup time. They were AFK for quite a bit of time. See if they can get back. Going over to Access Desert, see if its boots locked. We, of course, know that it is. They do not. Gonna get a nice little rude awakening.
Dead rock in the sewer. Ugh. Oh, and Plasma Kappa is going to head to Dark Cross. It is in logic with the Fire Rod, but sometimes the enemies in here, especially when you don't know. There's some anti-fairies in here.
Anti-fairies, you kind of run into a situation in Dark Rooms where they're both a blessing and a curse, because they're a curse in the sense that they're much harder to dodge, not knowing where those walls are if you don't have a Dark Room map or you don't know the Dark Room well, but they're also a blessing in the sense of they kind of give you an idea of where you can and can't move. You can use them as a guide if you don't have a sword or something like that to guide you with.
Also true, yeah.
Desert Palace is filled with a bunch of annoying enemies.
And the map is in Dark Cross, unfortunately.
That is an unfortunate turn of events.
What is Fear Agent's sprite? I just looked over. It's very unique. Not seen that one before.
I've not seen it before either, but I quite enjoy it. Fear Agent go ahead and doing a front side of escape, the palace dungeons. Minish Cap Link, that's what it is.
Thank you, chat.
That makes sense. It's been quite a few years since I played Minish Cap. Well, Minish Link. It's the tiny version of him, a Minish Cap.
Yeah.
Dataplek clearing out there, Mini Moldorm Cave, not getting much, there's not much in there. Fear Agent picking up some gloves in the Palace Dungeons as well, meaning that we know where Titans are.
And that's an area that people might put off for a pretty long time.
Exactly. The other racers may very well put off doing the Palace Dungeons, which could give Fear Agent his chance to catch up by getting early Dark World access, because that's all he needs is to go down to check his South Shore, get his Titans, and he's already got Dark World access with that Moon Pearl and Titans.
Oh, flippers! On Spectacle Rock, inside Spectacle Rock.
Inside Spectacle Rock, okay.
Yep. So that's another.
More items. Quitting out to Sanctuary. Looks like they're going to go ahead and do their backside of escape. Do the sewer checks.
For a minute, I thought I was curious why Plasma Kappa was coming up here to Eastern, but then I realized that it may not be bow locked at all.
Absolutely. Fear Agent picking up their boots in the sewers. Chat asking where was Moon Pearl? Moon Pearl was in the secret passage chest. Dataplek gonna go ahead and check out sewers as well to pick up their boots. Giving all 4 of our runners boots and gloves. Fear Agent doing South Shore checks, but having skipped the dam, won't be getting those gloves. Chat bringing up a good point. Flippers are quite nice because fake flippering is so much scarier on Enemizer.
A BMO statue in Eastern. Ugh. At least I didn't see him. Oh, I don't like this room.
That is a very unfortunate room for Plasma.
Bunch of mini Helmisars.
Green pendant on Misery Mire. Fear Agent went back to Dan, got their Titans. Fear Agent has full Dark World access now. And it looks like we are going to see our first boss fight over on Plasma Kappa. Looking at chat to see what they guess is going to be the first boss. Because boss knowledge is enabled.
At least knowledge, if not, Yep.
It is an Argus. That is unfortunate. Fear Agent dipping into King's Tomb, having those Titans, and picking up the Quake Medallion. Dataplate going back up to Desert, knowing that they had their boots after having dipped it once and then finding out it was boot locked.
And Raylan Tank here seems to be doing the same thing.
Fear Agent going to check library with their boots. Finding out it's a piece of heart to back out. Most likely to go over and do race game and get their fire rod now. Sounded like getting a very annoying enemy clear room. I forget the name of those enemies, but it's the spiders that jump away from your sword that are normally up on Death Mountain. But picking up the mirror in Desert. Tektites, that is the name of them. Tektites.
I think they can only be damaged while in air.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, they picked up the mirror in Desert. Very nice grab, especially having that Moon Pearl. A lot more access to different checks. The Fear Agent is going to be heading over to the Desert as well. That's really the play right now. Of course, us knowing that it is an Argus in Eastern, Desert is your go-to area to head to.
We'll need that hook shot to clear out that.
And just like that, Fear Agent has caught up with the other racers.
Plus, he's skipped like mini Moldorm Cave, which has nothing in Ice Rod Cave, so.
Absolutely. Of course, that is just luck. He will probably do those dips later on.
True, true. There's a fairy room back here? I had no idea.
Yes, yes, that is a very nice safety room.
Yeah, normally you're just in and out of that quick room real quick. Oh, we have a Wallmaster in the back of Desert.
Oh, that's an unfortunate enemy.
Oh, even this room. Got some
This room is
Tactites,
brutal.
Armos.
All right, let's hear it now for Desert Chat. What is going to be the boss enemy of Desert Palace?
Blind.
It is a blind fight in Desert.
It's going to be difficult to set up a script here, but...
Absolutely. And having only that green mail, blind hurts.
Down to 2 hearts here. But gets it.
Getting at the last second, and I saw a fireball headed straight to Data Point. If he missed that hit...
Ooh.
Data Point picking up that first crystal after a very nice blind fight. I'm liking that joke I see in chat there. Is he blind because there's sand in his eyes?
And Raylan had to pop his blue pot, but gets him down it likewise.
Chat also bring up another good point. In the non-randomized game, you have green mail for blind. Very true. Very true. That's it. That's something that I think I myself, and I don't know about other runners, take for granted in Rando is how often we get nice things that you don't normally have in the vanilla game for certain boss fights. You know, having things like blue mail for blind or whatever it may be.
Or gold sword on cold stare.
That, or, you know, silvers for Armos, things like that. Dataplek going and doing their front side of escape in the castle dungeons, so they will be getting their Titan's Myths very soon as well. Meanwhile, Fury Age is going to be heading into their blind fight.
Oh, they have a fairy. Okay.
Taking an unfortunate death, but yeah, that fairy's there to save them.
That
Lionel's in castle dungeons are... Ouch.
Oh no, Fear. Does he still have the fairy? Oh, he never picked up that bottle.
Unfortunately, no. Fear Agent taking a fortunate death to blind.
And Raylan getting his Moon Pearl.
Fear Agent going to quit out and just head to the Sanctuary. Not going to try blind. For blind. Instead, it looks that they're going to do their Village of Exiles checks. Having that Mirror and Titans make Smith Chain fully in logic. But first, look, get a nice map check. We got a red crystal on Skull Woods, red crystal on Swamp, pendants on Misery Mire, Ice Palace, and Turtle Rock.
And Misery Mire was our green pendant.
Yep. We did know that, however, already from Sashra.
That's true. True.
Courage gonna swing up and get their first couple Skullwoods checks. Skullwoods, of course, is completely in logic, having that fire rod there.
Sometimes in Skullwoods, that Wallmaster and Enemizer does not appear. It does not seem to be the case today. That Wallmaster is still there.
Yep, of course, Skullwoods still having Wallmasters and Gyptos. Ah, Fear Agent taking another unfortunate death. Gibdo's hurt when you have green mail and only 5 hearts.
And now all of our runners have their Moon Pearl.
And it's a safe thing to bet that Plasma Cap is most likely going to go ahead and, yep, do the dungeons. That way they will get their Titan's Mitts, and all of our runners will be fairly even. Chat bringing up an interesting point that I did not know about this room in Skull Woods. The Wallmaster is always there. He just sometimes can't spawn due to sprite limits.
Ah, that's why. Okay.
And that does make sense, because Enemizer, you can get a lot of sprites out there that do just take up all your sprite limits.
Just like that, where that magic pot did not appear.
Oh no, Fear. You could tell with how he paused there, that was just a sense of defeat. That's where Fear just said, yeah, death warp me, Captain, I'm out of here.
I had a similar thing happen in Swamp, where I was going to the left side and the key just wouldn't appear. I had to bomb boost all the enemies in order to be able to get the key. But that was a few versions ago, so I don't know if that's been patched.
We do have Dataplet doing their Eastern Palace sequence breaking with Dark Rooms. Some of the better Dark Rooms to do, honestly, are in Eastern Palace. They were the first ones I learned as well. They're fairly linear, not that difficult to get a hold of.
Also very easy to get this last chest when you don't have any enemies.
Absolutely. You don't have anti-fairies circling it. Now that said, of course, Dataplet is going to get a Rude Awakening fairly soon. That it is an Argus at the end here.
Flute for Raylan there. That's not what you want to see right now, because Mr. Meyer is a pendant.
Unfortunately, no. That said, the flute is also a very nice convenience item to get. It does make it to where you can travel a lot faster, you can get around, do more checks. If you orphan checks, it doesn't hurt as bad.
Awesome.
I'm admiring the persistence of Fear Agent here. Dead set on wanting to check all this Skullwood stuff. Picking up the half magic in the Skullwood's big chest.
That's a nice refill.
Could have helped them out a couple minutes ago.
And Raylan leaving Thievestown. Interesting, because you can go straight to the boss. Enemizer.
Absolutely.
And they have mirrors, so if it's one you can't kill, you can just mirror out. You don't have to death warp or save and quit.
Dataplet checking their King's Tomb, finding their Quake Medallion. Fear Agent being braver than most people, and going towards Moth Fight with 3 hearts.
Well,
however,
it could be, yeah, it could just be Armos.
But you do still have to deal with those spikes.
Oh, true. Well, if you get
the arena will still have spikes.
If you get, well, what's his name? Helmasaur, the spikes don't go anywhere. And if you get Moldorm, Moldorm sometimes kills himself on the spikes.
That's hilarious.
Yes.
It is a Vitreous! Oh boy!
Oh, this.
Oh boy, yep, Fear Agent just saying, nope, I'm not doing this. That is possibly the worst enemy you can see in that scenario, having only 3 hearts No bow.
We got a mushroom and graveyard left. Wonder if that's going to turn out to.
Chat saying, hey, Vitreous is beatable. Very, very slowly.
Well, I mean, the logic could want them to do that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That'd be a very, very mean seed, but it's there. Very true, Chad. The bombs could kill the little eyes. Then you have the big eye to deal with. Fighter Sword and 3 hearts. I don't like those odds.
And I don't think Master Sword deals Fighter Sword deals damage to.
Oh, yeah, very true.
You have to spin.
Yeah.
So that would be a lot of spins, and you got the conveyor belt moving you around the entire time.
Fear Agent getting a profit from their chess game, spending 20 to get 100. Picking up the cape in the Sea House. Data Plant about to get their nice rude awakening about Vitreous's existence in Skullwoods. And having not picked up the half magic, they might try bomb traps, or they might just be like Fear Agent and nope out of there.
We got Hype Cape check down here. Railing. Heart, bombs, heart, and arrows.
Ooh, 1 out of 10 hype. And Dataplay going for the Vitreous fight. And deciding, nope, not worth it. Gonna just mirror out. They tried.
And we have Cold Stare in Thieves Town. That is
very
doable.
Nice. Very nice having that fire rod early. I mean, Fighter Sword Cold Stare is not that pleasant. However, we as the commentators and watchers do know that half magic is just a little bit to the north in Skullwood's big chest. So if Cold Stare goes poorly, people decide to come back to it later, they could very easily come back
one
with
puff down. 2. Got this, Plasma Kappa.
Absolutely, I'm 100% faith. A lot of hearts still left. They still have some safeties. I don't believe they've used their blue goo or their fairy yet.
There we go, and Cold Stare is down.
Fear Agent going into his Cold Stare fight. Very nice having the half magic.
We got a Master Sword in the Mire Shed.
Good pick at this point in the game when a lot of their checks are going to be Dark World now.
Oh.
Fear Agent taking a rough death to Cold Stare.
The flute was in Village of Outcast. For chat.
Sea House had the cape, which was the brewery, yes, that had flute. Very true, chat. Ironic that blind was replaced by a bunch of eyeballs.
Quite. And with that Master Sword, Raylan's going back to Thieves Town, it looks like. Probably just wanted something a little bit meatier to take on the boss.
I don't quite blame him. You never know what bosses is going to get. It's always nice to have at least the Master Sword, just in case it's something unfortunate like, you know, Vitreous in Skull Woods.
True, true.
All in all, still a very close seed. Fury Agent's a tiny bit behind, but not much at all. Just in the sense of they took an unfortunate death to blind. But even then, they might not actually be behind. We'll wait and see. Of course, Fear also has not cleared Desert Palace yet, whereas the other three runners have.
This room is nasty. Got
Oh,
fire bars,
no.
Fire snakes and rollers.
Fear Agent starting their Smith chain. You can check K45, Stumpy, all that kind of stuff.
Blue mail in the attic of Thieves Town. That's a nice pickup.
Very nice pickup, though, especially going into the Cold Stare fight. Raylan going in better equipped than anybody has so far for Cold Stare with the Blue Mail and the Master Sword.
Also, it seems that the big key of Thieves, or the small key of Thieves Town, is locked itself in the big chest. So hammers not required.
Very nice. That's actually just what I was watching for, what that key logic was going to do.
Oh, Raylan's going for the... If you do it right, and you have a fire rod and a sword's beam go at the right time, it does damage twice. Unfortunately, doesn't seem to have it. And so he has to know about his out of magic. It's a very finicky trick to get right.
Ah, yes.
So the half magic that is about to get in Skullwoods is going to feel like a slap in the face.
If he does that check, technically we have not seen any other racer other than Fear Agent go for the big chest Skullwoods yet. Even Dataplet, who just cleared most of Skullwoods, did not go for it.
True, but if he does.
Oh, my bad. Dataplet did just get it. I was watching Raylan. Thank you for keeping me on point, chat. Fear Agent picking up his Master Sword in Misery Mire Shed.
Raylan getting a little bit luckier with that magic pot in the Skullwoods. It dropped for him.
Fairy Jane go ahead and clear out their Desert Palace now. Having died to blind once, here's coming back in with a Master Sword and a couple more hearts saying, not this time.
You might even be able to use those sword beams to get down the first couple of phases.
Absolutely.
And he just lost. But he'll have 2 hearts over there.
Not even wasting the time. And that is exactly what Fury Agent is trying for, using sword beams to take out the first couple phases. There is no scripting in this room, unfortunately. The room is too small, so you've gotta do blind the old-fashioned way. Taking a hit. Gonna have to go up and get right up in Blind's face. Finishing him off very handily. 2 hearts to spare. Chat asking who's currently in the lead. I would most likely say Plasma, because they're pretty even on the items, but Plasma has an extra crystal that the others do not have yet.
Well, it's way too early to call who's really in the lead just because there's so many things.
Absolutely. That crystal is from Thieves Town, which is a cold stair fight. A couple other runners have attempted it, but others have not even tried to yet. Looks like Dataput's just now opening up Thieves Town. All in all, a very, very close seed.
And Raylan is going to has that cape, so is going to try Vitreous at least the first couple of it. Especially with those sword slashes, that magic does not drain with the cape.
Absolutely. Does not look like he's going to be able to clear off enough eyeballs.
No, because the conveyor is not being very nice to him. Oh, just ends as the lightning comes out of the eye. At least there's no poison. Oh, that one touch just dealt so much damage.
The dash does drain magic, and that's why how the cape works is that anytime that Link is moving or able to move is when the magic drains. So that's why you want a sword slash, because that cancels your movement and stops the draining magic.
And Plasma Kappa picked up their flippers finally. Well, only the second runner to head up to Death Mountain so far.
Fear Agent also up on Death Mountain, having just done the dark rooms for the old man.
Unfortunately, there will be no Hera potting today, as we do not have a hook shot in Hera. Ether, that's a nice find.
Absolutely, that gives them 2 of the 3 medallions. Hopefully we don't have a Bombo seed. Which we do. Well, if it's a pet seed. Misery Mire does require Bombos to enter. Hopefully we don't need to go to Misery Mire for anything.
Hopefully.
Of course, we do know that Chad out there always loves a pet seed and is hoping.
Oh, and Raylan, I think, is going back to Vitreous after getting that half magic.
We shall see. They were attempting the cape strat, so that's a very good call on their part. They were very close with it last time, so that half magic might be just enough to put them over the edge.
Very low on hearts. Oh, I got taking a death warp. Okay, refill on hearts.
Dataput having cleared up with Cold Stare quite easily. Did use a blue goo, but it happens.
Plasma go into the fairy room to get some health.
Absolutely, I see that.
It's not one you see very often.
No, it definitely is not. Of course, can't really blame them too much considering we don't know what this boss is going to be. For all we know, it could be a Trinex that's going to do a lot of damage. It is in fact
vanilla.
Well, not quite
with 8 eyes, 7 eyes, somewhere around there.
It is a 7-eyed moldy.
It gets him down really quickly.
Having that Master Sword makes quick work of Moldorm. Quick work.
And gets a key out of it. Oh, we got a cane on Bumper Ledge.
Ooh, very nice. And having that cape means we're going to head up there and grab that. Raylan doing much better work of those mini eyeballs now, having the half magic. Only 2 left.
You can't even stick to the walls like in Misery Mire.
Absolutely not, unfortunately. Those spikes do make this fight quite unfortunate. And we know those eyeballs hurt. It's cleared out all the mini eyeballs, now it's time for one big eyeball.
This is gonna be a lot. Oh,
ooh.
I was gonna say a lot of sword slashing, but
so very close. That conveyor belt makes it very difficult. Fear Agent headed up to take on their Moldorm fight.
Oh, middle hold.
Oh no, all the way down. Fear Agent goes. Fear has just paused and stopped. Reevaluating their life at this point because they just fell all the way back down. Presumably deciding, is it worth it to climb all the way back up, or should I just go do something else? Fear Agent taking that death warp, getting back to the beginning. We'll see if they actually go back up the tower, or if they're gonna head off and do something.
No, Raylan, you don't have magic. You need magic to use the cape to get past the bumper. Is there magic in this cave? Oh, there is. Okay.
There's a little bit. That's all they need.
That is close.
Picking up that red cane. Very nice find very early on. However, we still are in logic for a possible cane-less seed. Turtle Rock and Ice Palace both are pendants, so we may not even need the cane at all. As well as Misery Mire, of course.
Plus, we don't even have access to Misery yet with that Bombos.
Not yet, no. Ooh. Tower Hera not being nice to Fear Agent.
No. I think we're gonna have our first player go to the east side of Dark World. And get some catfish and maybe the pod.
Cat are moving very, very quickly on their 4th dungeon crystal. We'll see if they can beat the Vitreous here. They do have Master Sword, which does help a bit compared to the Fighter Sword that most of our other racers have had. They're also going to go for the Cane strat, or the Cape strat, not Cane. My bad. Using their blue goo to refill up on magic and hearts and going right back into the cape. Killing off some more eyeballs. Down to 3 hearts. Can they do it?
The eyes are down. Now just the big guy.
Of course, this conveyor belt not being nice, getting them stun locked into the spikes. Unfortunate death. Phase 23, isn't it better to dash through those eyeballs with Cape active? So I did bring this up a little bit ago because someone asked the same thing. How the Cape works on Magic Drain is anything that cancels your movement makes it to where it does not drain the Cape. While the dashing, you are still able to move and are moving, so your magic does drain. It is actually more efficient to just slash, which is a movement canceling action to stop the draining.
Yeah, I think video is at least 1-0 against every single runner that we have restreamed today.
Absolutely. That's a very unfortunate area for Vidi. Those conveyor belts and spikes are not very...
Our pet is dead.
Pet is dead.
Just couch cash. Our pyramid check here. Just bombs. So I feel like Pod or Ice Palace has to be the progression here. Has to have progression.
Plasma Cap and bought another blue goo and headed back up to Skull Woods. Thinking I can beat this stupid eyeball. I can do it. And we saw that they could. They came very close last time. They just had a very unfortunate change of direction of the conveyors.
Conveyor. Are we gonna fill up on magic with the the tree here?
Of the two, either Pod or Ice Palace, I would say probably Pod is the better place to go at this point, because you do have the chance of Hammer not being required for it based off of Enemizer, and it also has a lot more checks.
Oh, that's true, because the turtles aren't gonna be there.
Possibly.
Or possibly not there. And they have pots to do the potion unlock glitch.
Absolutely. We will see if Pod is the right call, because Raylan is opening it up right now.
Oh, we have a wall master in Pod now too. Isn't that great? And we are not locked Pod, but Raylan's leaving. Oh, gonna do Easter, I guess.
Very true. You do still have to hammer the mole blocks. There are still some front side Pod checks, though, that you have more access to checks in Pod than you do in Ice Palace right now, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, Ice Palace only has about, say, 1, up to 4 checks if you get the big key, and pod is much more. 5 checks without him.
Trying to think if Vinny still has an item or not.
Honestly, at this point, I can't remember with all the deaths we've had.
We've gotten half magic.
And that's all I think we got from Skullwoods.
Either way, Vinny is the crystal, so it does have to go down eventually.
Very true. Oh, chat
Red
is
rupee.
saying there was a red rupee, yeah. Okay.
It's one of those items that it counts as an item, but you always forget about it very quickly because it's kind of, oh, well, that sucks.
This time
Plasma using their cape
there
now.
we go.
Finally, Vinny dies. Plasma
First
taking a
round.
fairly large lead quite early on. Four crystals already. Fear Agent doing their the Easter Palace. We're going to find out very
The
quickly
bad news.
that it's an Argus there.
So while we have a little bit of a lull in our race here, as runners are just kind of checking with us, where other runners have already checked, I just wanted to mention our fabulous runners here. They were putting on this seed for all of us here. Go ahead and follow them in chat. And they're all really good at the game, and you guys should go watch them. And also mention to our trackers and my co-commentator. They've all been really amazing so far, so go follow them as well.
Absolutely. These 4 runners are some very, very good runners. One of them specifically, Fear Agent, is actually the founder and organizer of the Link to the Past Randomizer League. That is currently going on for the 2020 season. Are you a racer in that, Anderson?
I am not, no.
I am a racer in that this year myself. There's a lot of great racers on that. It's over 100 racers this season because we got 64 teams of 3. So
yeah,
it's a lot of races. There's a bunch of races going on almost every single night for the next few weeks on the various speed gaming channels or the Link to the Past Randomizer League channels. So be sure to check those out if you want to see a lot of rando.
We're getting some new checks from Raylan here in Pod.
Fear Agent trying to finish off their cold stare fight. Now they're gonna go ahead and check their flipper checks.
The Bolock side is not Bolock today. Oh, this is 2 BMO statues and a Popo.
Ugh.
Luckily, it's a quick. But so far, just keys and dungeon items in pod so far.
There's still a few more checks that they can get without hammer,
Yeah,
but
the
it's
front
starting to look unfortunate.
Yeah, the front of pod is always loaded with keys, so.
Yeah, I do quite like this pod play. It was either pod or Ice Palace, and I personally would have bet on pod with the amount of checks that it does have.
Plus, Ice Palace sucks.
Ice Palace does suck.
And we got a red Mimic here in the. Or red Igor. On the bridge.
With a fire
Very
snake.
unfortunate. Nice cape, though. That's all the keys, so all these last should be items now.
Absolutely. Dear Agent, going back in for round 2 here in a second with McCold Stare. Getting a few more checks out of Thieves Town first, though. Well, round 3, actually.
And Plasma Kappa going back to farm some money. Probably for pod. Yep. And that's a blue goo in the first star chest. It's actually, those red Igors are kind of nice because you can kind of see where the
Absolutely.
And 10 arrows. Ooh, getting pretty low on health here, though.
Dataplet's gonna go up and take on Vitreous. Dataplet has not actually fought Vitreous yet, if I remember correctly. They saw the Vitreous and then just immediately noped out.
Pod had nothing.
Wow. That is a very unfortunate pod.
No one's checked Spike Cave yet. But we can't, no hammer. Not used to not having hammer an hour in.
I'm gonna make the call. I'm gonna say that hammer is on Swamp Bomb Chest.
Ooh. But we did have something important. Well, we had the lamp yesterday in the daily.
Yep.
So very well could have something there again today.
Dataplet making some good work on the eyeballs using the cape. Use their blue goo just now to refill their magic. And Vitreous goes down on Dataplet.
Nice. Patrick Dar. You know him?
I'm predicting that how this is going to work is we're going to have a little bit longer the item, and then suddenly every item is just going to pop up for go mode at the same time.
And it's going to be all 4 different streams. Everybody's going to have a different go mode item.
Exactly.
But at this point, what's left that could have progression other than ice?
We could still get that front side of that very first chest in Swamp Palace.
Yes. True.
It would be very mean.
It would be very mean.
But we could have it.
Or Bombos in the first chest.
Yep.
And go into
If we
Mire
get,
to
if we
get
get
to the hammer.
Bombos, it could be a green pendant. Check. Raylan taking down Moldorm and Tower of Hera, picking up their 3rd crystal.
Second.
Oh, 2nd, sorry.
Yep. And looks like they may be heading back to Swamp. Or back to Skullwoods.
Chat, Ped is dead. It does just have rupees on Pendant. We did get that check earlier. Fear Agent heading in for round 3 with Cold Stare.
And Raylan, I think, is going back for round 2.
Meanwhile, Dataplet realizes that they do not have the necessary rupees to do their Zora check, unfortunately. Gonna have to go get some rupees someplace. Fear finally taking down his Cold Stare fight.
And Raylan's not far behind. And that one goes down as well.
Got Plasma go ahead and dipping Ice Palace. I'm thinking that's honestly the play now that we know that Pop did not have anything in the front side.
Oh, this isn't a very nice room.
Oh god, no.
Ether helps.
Absolutely.
There, he's doing the enemy. Oh, does that not work on these enemies? I guess
Apparently not.
he just bonks straight off without any damage.
Immediately gets a big key.
I think that does mean that the right side is hookshot locked. So if you get a big key early enough, I don't have Ice Palace logic completely memorized.
Me neither.
These dead rocks here.
Oh
really
man,
pulling
yeah.
it, Cap.
Dead Rocks, Moldorm, Helmosaurs.
There we go. Can't even do the nice bomb strat here. For
Nope. Okay, we're gonna get that first Swamp Palace check and see if it's anything. It's just a compass, so nope. They got a nicer seed than I was hoping for. That's where I'm guessing our progression is here in Ice Palace then. Here you just check Swamp.
Oh, it's got to kill the enemy for the key. And not gonna do the bomb jump today.
Not today, no.
I guess that makes sense. You're probably gonna be, since you're looking for so many items, you're gonna be full clearing anyways, and it's technically faster with the Cane of Samaria.
Raylan taking on Vidi once again.
So it seems our stun prize is a heart, which is kind of nice.
Absolutely.
Spike, trolling Plasma Kappa here. There's the
got our hook shot in Ice Palace.
Well, it doesn't matter if the right side is hook shot locked or not. And Plasma Kappa's just leaving, saying, I got that hook shot, I'm going to East Death Mountain maybe, or Swamp.
Could also swing up and clear out their Eastern, since it's orphaned by itself right now. Go finish it out, get rid of it, not have to go back there. But no, they're going up to East Side Death Mountain.
I'm sure some words that were said that we probably cannot repeat here.
Chat bringing up a good point, though, that Plasma could have checked the big chest. Right now, it's a gamble and hope that there was not another item in there.
It is a pendant, so they're probably hoping that there's nothing left here. Hopefully, they never have to come back.
And with that hook shot, Plasma falls even farther into the lead.
Hammer!
The hammer in Paradox Cave!
Ooh. So yeah, you needed that hook shot to go get this hammer. Hook shot and Ice Palace to go with the hammer on Death Mountain. What a seed.
That means we are just a bow away from go mode, are we not?
Well, we could have Trinex somewhere on the way.
Oh, very true. Very true.
Don't know what this boss shuffle.
Also picking up the blue boomerang in Paradox Cave.
Nice for menuing.
Song leaves pointing out Barry Hovering could have gotten that ages ago. Very true. Very true.
And we're getting a hover from Fear Agent. Oh.
Very close, but not quite. See if they try it again. Yep. He's gonna go for it again.
And we have our bow in Super Bunny Cave.
Very nice. Very nice.
That hook shot locked a lot of progression.
Now that said, this is the part where if I was in Plasma's shoes, I would just start doing boss runs. I would try to get to the different bosses in the crystals and see, can I beat them? Can I not? Let's see.
Oh, that is a mean spike placement.
That is a very mean one. Yes, chat, we very much can still be on an Ice Rod hut if Trinex is in Swamp or
Pod.
Or Pod, yep. Or Turtle Rock, or not Turtle Rock, GT.
Or GT, yeah.
We can very much still be on an Ice Rod hunt.
Plasma's not even going to check the medallion requirement for TR. And I don't blame him.
No, why waste the time? We're in Shro mode. By that I mean Schrodinger's Trinex.
Oh man, this Zora area is just not fun.
No, not at all, having that BMOS there. Yikes.
It's Zora sniping gallery. With all the BMOS.
Alright, let's see how Zora rips us off this time. Yeah, Heart Contender's not terrible. I can think of worse things Zora can give.
So it seems Plasma may have made the right call by skipping the rest of Ice Palace, because the big chest just had a piece of heart.
Absolutely.
And we're going to see Ice Tea Room and possibly more soon, but...
And with Raylan making the call to do all the checks just in case it might have that hammer somewhere. Of course, we know that the hammer is not there.
He's only got one check left here, so...
Tailored Eastern was Argus, so we needed the hook shot, and Pod was bow locked. So now that they are both open to be full clearable. Possibly if Pod does not have Trinex. That's where the racers just start hoping. Don't let Trinex be in GT. Let it be anywhere but GT. If we're gonna get a Trinex seed, just please not in GT. Hammer was in Paradox Cave.
Raylan should be picking that up pretty soon here. Ooh, Fear Agent just... And he can't do another bomb jump because he's low on health.
Oh, God. Raylan picking up their hammer out of Paradox Cave.
Soon we should see what's in Swamp.
Fear Agent gonna attempt that hammer jump again, it seems. Oh. Resetting the room.
And we have another Cold Stare.
Alright.
So that's one of our doubled bosses. Only 3 bosses can be doubled.
And that's not to say that they are doubled, but they can be.
Yes. And Raylan also picking up that bow.
Plasma making quick work of that second Cold Stare, saying, I beat you once before, I can do it again.
So now just Pod and Eastern left for Plasma.
Absolutely, still in that Shro mode. Hoping that there is no Trinex waiting anywhere. No angry fire and ice turtle to say, go back and find the ice rod.
Gonna go pick up some potions, which I don't blame him.
Oh, not at all. Very good routing as well, grouping in Pod and Eastern at the same time.
Especially since you've already cleared them all out, you just have to run straight to the back.
Absolutely. And once again, for those of you that weren't here earlier, we would like to give a major shout out to our runners. Be sure to go ahead and give them all a follow. They're putting on a great seed for you right here. Is it their channels? Be sure to go drop them a follow. Of course, as well to our trackers doing a wonderful job. And of course, my co-commentator, Antisim, and myself, we're having a bunch of fun commentating this match for you.
That we are. It's been a bit of a roller coaster.
Absolutely. Plasma Kappa pulling ahead by quite a bit. Raylan not too terribly far behind. Data Plate bringing up third place right now, and Fear Agent bringing up the rear, but keeping it going and sticking to it.
Oh, this room doesn't look very nice. It's okay, actually. Yeah, I predict next week when this becomes a league settings, there's going to be a lot of medallion usage.
Absolutely. Medallions are one of those underused items that are actually much better than people give them credit for. Raylan doing a strategy that a lot of people will have a bunch of spare cash and buying potions, so you'll buy that quick green goo just to top yourself up on your magic, and then fill right back up with blue goo.
And we have another Argus. It's their second doubled boss.
Double Argus right next to each other.
Yep.
Not complaining about that at all. Argus, of course, being one of the easiest bosses in the game.
Absolutely. Just hookshot around and get those eyeballs down. And gets them. A nice 2-cycle. And there's
Picking
the
up that
ice
ice rod, so no worry about Trinex whatsoever. Even if Trinex pops up in GT, we can do it. Plasma Kappa in full go mode.
And with half magic, they don't have to worry about torch glitch if they don't get the silvers, because half magic will last quite a while. So I'm sure our runners would like to get another sword somewhere.
Oh, absolutely. Getting that tempered would be very nice.
Yeah, chat bringing up a good point. I wonder where this lamp has been. Maybe TR? So I don't think...
Yeah, I'm not sure if logic allows for sequence breaking in the form of dark rooms to be required for progression.
Well, no, it doesn't. But Lamp can be in the front of TR. I've seen it before.
Yeah, it could be in TR. Absolutely.
Data maybe getting rid of some aggression there. Killing the enemies. There we go. Yeah, so to get to the boss in Pod, you need to have Glam. Logically.
Yeah, so Lamp could be very well on in TR. We haven't seen Bombo, so I wouldn't go so far to say as, oh yeah, it could be in the Misery Mire.
Or it could be on the hookshot side, hookshot lock side of hookshot hammer lock side of Ice Palace.
Very true. Could also be in Spike Cave.
Could be in Spike Cave, yes. Basically, anywhere the runners probably are never going to go. And that is the last boss down for Plasma Kappa. 7 crystals for Plasma. We're gonna head up to GT and there's a little game we like to play here at Speed Gaming too, where there's 22 chests in Ganon's Tower, and it could be any one of those. So let's get this started.
So, Antisim, you guessed trusty number 11 yesterday. You gonna stick with that?
I'm sticking with that.
I'm gonna stick with my 17 that I guessed yesterday as well.
Seems the bot didn't like my start command.
I believe you have to be modded.
No, you just have to be on the whitelist.
Oh, I see.
Oh, bot guessing game's only for 1v1. Okay.
I see.
No, since it's not a 1v1 races, there won't be a bot. But we can still give you guys credit for...
We can still give you recognition.
Exactly. So are you going to stick with your 17 from yesterday, or...?
Absolutely.
Alright, let's see how this goes.
Meanwhile, Raylan's going to go ahead and clear out their Eastern Palace, entering their go mode. Oh no, they have not done Swamp Palace yet. Or...
Yep, they just have to get back to Swamp.
Yeah, right now Kappa is quite far ahead. For them to be beaten by one of these other 3 racers here, they'd have to have some very unfortunate events happen.
Yeah, it would take quite a few Ganon falls. And a couple deaths at Aghanim too. One is a small key and a heart. We're going to see the right side.
Dataplit taking on their first Argus in Pod.
That fire bar is in a pretty rude location.
That is not a nice fire bar at all. Raylan taking
There's
Finishing off
silvers
the...
and bombos.
Very nice. Getting those silvers at the last minute. Can't really ask for much.
Master Sword Silverless is much worse than Master Sword Silvered.
Curry out there in chat saying, now they can do Mire! Raylan, having finished off their Eastern Palace, are going to head over to Swamp. I'm wondering why they went... Ah, that's right. They need to get through the Dark World first. I'm totally blanking. I was wondering why they didn't just go straight to this dam with their flute.
That's fair, yeah. And 11 is a shovel. That bombos will be nice going up the gauntlet.
Absolutely. All three medallions, about the only thing more that Plasma can ask for at this point is a Temperate Sword and Blue Mail. Actually, do they already have Blue Mail? I can't tell from their sprite.
I don't think Plasma Capo went to the back of Thieves Town.
Fair enough.
Get the Blue Mail. Unless they picked up a mail otherwise that we didn't see.
Which is very possible, considering Fear Agent and Raylan both have red mail.
They just menued it and they only have green mail.
Okay, I missed it. Red mail is in Spiral Cave. Okay.
Yeah, after Death Mountain, after getting that bow. Oh, there's Blue Cane. That's
Enough
nice.
that Blue Cane.
Invulnerability item. And now here comes 14 through 17. There it is. It's in 14.
Alrighty.
See who guessed that first. Alright, so the first 14 that I see is from Talagi. You have won our
Congratulations.
our unofficial big key guessing game.
You are cool. To anybody that guessed the chest correctly, I am now giving you a virtual.
Yeah, this gauntlet hasn't been very nice. There's no BMOS, but there's a lot of other those bomb throwers. We got Mini Helmas and the Steelers. I don't know their names.
I don't either.
Pick it. That makes sense because they pick everything from you.
Alright. Raylan heading in for their Cold Stare fight in Swamp Palace. After that, they'll head right up to GT as well. Making nice short work of Cold Stare.
And we got a moth up here. That's nice. no spikes to make sure he actually deals damage or gets dealt damage.
Aga is not shuffled. No, Aga will be up here with the Aga 2.
But Trolldorm could be something else entirely.
How wonderful would it be if that was a Trinex on that annoying arena?
That would be pretty amazing. That would be a very difficult fight.
Absolutely.
Oh, one of our trackers.
Okay.
And, Trinex can't be in big rooms like that. Ah, that's unfortunate. But I know we know we won't have a Trolldorm because we've already had. No, we only had one of those.
We only had one. We very much could
Okay.
have another Trolldorm. And of course, the Mothula fight, always nice to have when there are no spikes, because Mothula is kind of a pushover without spikes.
That he is. That room's also interesting if you have the first phase. If you have a boss that has 2 phases, if you destroy the first phase, the door opens.
Really? I
Yes.
actually did not notice that. Picking up that tempered sword there for Plasma,
Ooh.
very nice to grab in GT.
Getting bailed out.
Tempered sword and silvers, very nice. Of course, having a better armor would have been extremely helpful, but we'll see how it goes. No safeties, green mail. Getting a Helmasaur. Oh,
Are they gonna use bomb strats? Yeah, they're using bomb strats.
I don't blame them. Getting a very interesting glitch there over on the right hand side. Helma's got an extra pair of legs. They're just separate from his body.
Stick into that, right? 5 bombs takes down the head, and 1 silver to the cranium.
That's a very fun boss to get on the Moldorm 2 spot.
Yes, it is.
That is wonderful.
And this time, Helmasaur's last possession is just a red root. Oh, and Braylon's going for the tile room play. Just 1 more hit left on Aga 2, I believe. Yep.
Yep.
Aga 2 is down for Kappa.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's go kill a pig. Data Planet, having finished their Swamp Palace, is going to head up to GT.
Back off, buddy. Nice flavor. Setting up for that 1-and-1. That's good.
Very good. Fury Agent grabbing a red shield and Swamp.
And phase 4 for Plasma Cap. Take 4 arrows to the cranium. Oh, just getting away there. And the pig is dead. Just has to cross that 3x1 bridge.
And it's happened to all of us at one point or another. Accidentally fallen off. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, Plasma Kappa has finished their run with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 39 minutes, and 51 seconds. They haven't stopped their timer yet, but I'll see it in Hex Chat.
And finishing first on the restream and second in the overall race.
Very good running, Plasma. Very, very good. Chat getting to me, and for the record, I have never silly fallen off the bridge. Fair enough.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Nice Skull Woods.
We've got Plasma Kappa in here for interview. So, Plasma, very good job. Congratulations. You came second in the overall race for the restream.
Yes, thank you.
Do you have any comments about the seed itself?
Well, turns out it's flow goes pretty fast. Once you figure out you need to go to ice, which I would never go to ice first, so I don't think I can ever win this.
Absolutely. I mean, we were talking about that when you chose to go to Pod over Ice Pellets. I think that's the play that most people would do because Pod just has a bunch of checks. It just was unfortunate that it had all keys on front side.
What was there?
In the fire rod, so I could just get a few things in the back. Plus, I suppose I probably should have had a lamp by now. I'm sure it's somewhere in the location.
Yeah, we don't know ourselves either. No one has actually picked up a lamp.
So was there any reason you left Ice Palace as soon as you got that hook shot? Chat was wondering because the big chest was right there as well.
Well, I could stay here, or I could go to East Death Mountain when it's 20 million other chests. And since I've already put on a very large fiesta, I had tacos in Skull Woods, maybe I should just go there immediately.
That's fair. That is very fair.
Very fair. Absolutely. And that's pretty much what we were coming down to. You know, it was a bit of a gamble, but it paid off in the end. That was where you really started to pull quite a bit ahead, was the moment you got that hook shot and you just left Ice Palace and went up to East Death Mountain, got that hammer. You got quite a bit ahead right from there on.
Oh yeah, it basically put me in go mode minus Ice Rod, so just do a few basic checks for Ice Rod and a sword. And then you don't even need it, but it drops in your lap anyway.
Absolutely, and luckily, no Trinex anyway, so Ice Rod wasn't even needed.
Yep.
Our other racers are still finishing it up. We have Raylan and Data both in GT. Fear Agent is just wiping up their last couple dungeons. Just finished off Skull Woods. And then they're going to head up the mountain.
See the nice quick moth kill from Raylan here.
I left Skull Woods for later because I only had Fighter Sword and I didn't want to die in there.
Absolutely, we did see that. That was the play that most runners did. I think the only one that didn't was Raylan. Raylan did try to do cape strategies right away. Didn't work out, came back later, finished it off. But that was definitely a good call in the end, dude. Vitreous is not a fun boss with Fighter Sword.
Oh. I had my brilliant cape strats, which don't exactly work when the floor is moving you.
Yeah, that conveyor was not very nice to you runners.
And I go in again and don't even cape and barely get touched. Or was that the first time?
Yeah, that was the first time where just the conveyor just moved you at the last second and just
Yeah, we quite enjoyed that fight, that first run in there when you almost had it, and then conveyor just decided to change directions and locked you up against spikes, and you're between a spikes and an eyeball. It was not really any getting out of there. It was definitely unfortunate.
Yep. Yep, so... No pride. Go use the last of your pod money.
Fear Agent opening up GT.
So what did you think about the GT climb and the enemies that were over there?
Well, they died to medallions, so that was nice.
True.
Raylan running into that Helmosaur in the Moldor.
Going with bomb strats as well.
That's the right call to make. Even though the sword doesn't knock you back as far, it still is a bit too risky.
Getting a... Oh, gets him down with 5 bombs as well.
And once over to the dome, and we've got a dead Helma. Fear Agent picking up the silvers and bombos. And now Raylan heading in to fight the Geometry Wizard.
Yes. I was actually quite relieved to see those silvers.
Yes, the
No
silvers
way.
were a very good grab for you, weren't they?
No way. Master Sword is actually a sketchy fight, as opposed to just a long fight.
And then picking up the Temper just a couple chests later, too.
Oh yeah.
Though Dataplet will be doing the silverless flight because they did not go to the left side or right side at all. And
Oh, interesting.
so I'm sure they'll pick up their tempered as well. So
That will help with that. Raylan headed in now to kill a pig.
and Raylan actually did not pick up that tempered sword, so they're still on fighter.
Master Sword.
Ah, Master. Duh. Couldn't be here if they were on fighter sword.
Dataplet doing the bomb strats and Helmosaur as well.
Only has 2 left though.
Ooh, and missing a couple.
Last one.
Ooh, unfortunate.
Gets it on the last.
Gets on the
one. Okay.
last bomb.
Oh,
You can't
And
get
it's-
much luckier than that.
doesn't have the silvers to, but gets it with that sword.
Raylan using their blue goo to top off their health and mana for their Ganon fight. Now Dataplet going in for their Geometry Wizard fight.
Oh, that silver arrow just barely not making it.
Yeah, saw that.
Eh. Oh. Getting a little unlucky on this fight.
Absolutely.
And he's down for rail.
Raylan kills a pig, and just like that, Raylan will go ahead and finish their seed with official SRL time of 1 hour, 50 minutes, and 24 seconds. Everybody give a GG to Raylan. Dataplet doing their pig fight now.
Welcome to the stream, Raylan. Thank you. How'd you feel about that seed?
I mean, the start was okay, but around half an hour I completely lost it, and the whole thing was just a mess for me.
GG.
Oh. You know, Raylan, you did not do too bad. You finished 5th in the overall race and 2nd on our restream, so you did pretty darn good. We still have your agent and Data both racing on our restream.
Yeah, but I can't be too happy with this one. I made a few mistakes. Should have checked the boss and Thief Zone when I went first in there. So forgot about the Enemizer feature there. And then the whole ordeal with Vitreous and Skullwoods was just should have left earlier.
Well, to kind of soften the blow on the Vitreous point, Vitreous has claimed the lives of all of our runners at least once on this restream. So, you were the only one to take a couple unfortunate deaths there. That was just a very unfortunate placement for Vitreous. Getting Vitreous there in Skullwoods, but a lot of you guys went in there without half magic and
on Fighter Sword.
And Fighter Sword at that. It was, that conveyor belt was not nice.
Yeah, but still, I should have known that it's probably not a good idea to fight it that early. Or when I got half magic and went back, I should have probably just left, because what happened after it was basically what was to expect. I'm not too great on that fight in that arena, or that was, yeah, that moving forward, it's just nasty.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was just pretty rude placement by the seed, to be honest.
Dataplate, go ahead and finish it off their Ganon fight. About to finish up here. So, Raylan, how did you feel about having to go into this Ice Palace for that hook shot, and then all the way back up to Death Mountain for your hammer?
I probably shouldn't say the words I had for that.
Completely understandable. Completely understandable. Ladies and gentlemen, Dataplate is finishing up their run with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 53 minutes, and 13 seconds.
And Fear going for a hover here on the last. And he gets it. Not even going to deal with that Helmus.
Dataplate having a very not so nice comment to add to the seed.
It's an apt comment.
That was probably a good wake-up call for me for the league.
Yeah, you guys will be running this next week, right? So
Yes.
Yep.
If you're doing the Geometry Wizard, well, I'm not sure if we're planning on switching audio over to Fear Agent or not, but I guess we'll see.
one more hit, I think. Yep.
Gets it, and Aga dies. And once again, for the last time on this restream, let's kill a pig. That's another boss that chat just brought up that was kind of unfortunate placement, but you Racers did a very good job of making quick work of it. That was Blind and Desert. Can't do that script there.
Yes, I went with the elegant strategy of running into him a bunch and having a fairy.
Just taking that damage.
I mean, I had 2 blue potions at that time to burn, so just try to hit him and not die too fast.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Oh, also, Raylan, any reason you went for Owl Room first? Or was that just memeing it?
That was basically just memeing at that point. It was, not happy with the seed and said, why not? I mean, I would have gone right either way with that key, so basically just take an entire room at that point. Because why not?
Fury Agent getting the nice double silver hit on Ganon just then.
Ooh, just barely.
Just barely missing the second one.
And Ganon's down for Fear Agent.
All right, GG Fear Agent. They did not use the done command in the Hex chat, so I don't have the official SRL time, but based off, they also stopped their tracker, so we can't give you an official time that they finished off of. But GG to Fear Agent.
Yeah, they just reset their tracker. Or their timer.
We will see if Fear Agent is interested in coming in for an interview or not. Alrighty though, congratulations to all of our runners, especially to Kappa stream, second place in the race overall, very good. The rest of you runners also a very good job out there. I know a lot of you guys seem to be quite frustrated with the seed, very apt to be frustrated with this seed, but it was fun to watch.
Thank you.
Very good job. There he is. Fear Agent has joined. Welcome to the commentary of Fear. Do you have any comments on that seed?
Not really.
I admire your perseverance, Fear. You did a great job. There's a moment in there that my heart kind of just sank for you, and that was in Skull Woods. You went into the other room to get the magic refill, and because of sprite overload, it didn't spawn, and you just paused there, and I felt a little bit of defeat in my own soul.
Every once in a while, I'm reminded why I don't play Enemizer that much. I'll be like, oh man, I should play Enemizer. It's pretty fun. And then I'll play a seed, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's why I don't play Enemizer that much. Such a dumb mode. and not even that, like putting the hook shot in Ice Palace, like my literal last location I had, like that's pretty cool.
Yeah, GG's all around. I do gotta, out of pure curiosity here, we did notice that there was a while there in Kakariko you had put the game on pause and left. Was there a reason behind that? Something come up?
Yeah, I just had to take care of real life stuff, so
fair enough.
I had to stop.
Fair enough. You made up really good time though. You got caught up to the other racers very quickly.
I don't know how that happened. I died so much, and I played so poorly. Turns out, running a tournament gives you less time to play the game, so I don't get to play as much as I'd like, and I think it really showed today.
Absolutely. GG's all around.
Glad you agree.
I can understand. I've ran a few tournaments of other games myself, so I understand. GG's all around to everybody. Does anybody have some final words or seed or anything like that they'd like to say before we end off the restream?
Can we just erase this one from existence?
We just erase Ice Palace.
Yeah, I think that would be enough.
And my cat reset my timer. That's what happened there.
I was wondering about that. Fair enough. All right, Anderson, do you have anything else to say before we head out?
Nothing from me. Just follow these runners. They're amazing runners, and if you follow them, you'll definitely get good. So,
Yep.
Also follow the trackers and my co-commentator. They've done an amazing job as well. So,
Yeah, big thank you to the trackers. Did a great job keeping up with that. Thank you, Anderson, for commentating with me. There's a lot of league races and still coming up the next couple days. Wrapping up week 2 on the league races. So be sure to tune in for those. It's Ambrosia this week. Next week we'll be going into Enemizer.
Maybe I might change it now.
oh dear.
Okay, keeping us guessing. All right,
I'm not going to do that.
It's a mystery seed again. All right, thank you all so much for watching.